if this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong.
The AI surprise. It probably won't begin with robots walking down the street. It will begin quietly. One morning, a company announces that 300 customer service employees are no longer needed. Not because the company is failing, not because customers disappeared, but because a new artificial intelligence system can now handle the work of hundreds of people at once. At first, the announcement barely makes headlines. Analysts call it efficiency. Investors celebrate the savings. The company's stock rises. But inside homes across the country, the story feels very different. Workers stare at their email inboxes, trying to understand what just happened. Some thought their jobs were safe. Others had just taken out mortgages or student loans. Many assumed their careers would last decades. Instead, they were replaced in a matter of months. And the strange part is that this isn't a far-off future scenario. It's already beginning. Artificial intelligence is quietly moving into offices, businesses, and government systems faster than most people realize. Tasks that once required entire teams can now be completed by software in seconds. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The United States government is not fully prepared for this shift. Businesses are racing to adopt the technology before their competitors do. And millions of Americans still believe AI will only affect factory jobs or futuristic robots. They may soon discover otherwise. Because when technology starts replacing large numbers of workers, the consequences rarely stay inside the workplace. Economic pressure builds. Social tensions rise. Crime often increases. And by the time leaders try to slow the damage, the disruption may already be spreading. To understand why this situation could escalate so quickly, we first need to look at how fast artificial intelligence has evolved. Section 1. The speed of the AI revolution. For years, artificial intelligence felt like something that belonged in science fiction. Researchers talked about it. Tech companies experimented with it, but most people assumed it would take decades before machines could truly replace human thinking. Then suddenly, everything accelerated. AI systems can now write reports, answer customer questions, analyze financial data, summarize legal documents, and generate computer code. Work that once required trained professionals can now be completed in seconds, and the pace of improvement is what has shocked experts the most. Every few months, new systems appear that are faster and more capable than the ones before them. Businesses that once hired large teams are realizing that software can now perform many of those tasks almost instantly. Once one company starts using AI to cut costs, competitors feel enormous pressure to follow. Because if your rival can operate with half the workforce, they can lower prices and dominate the market. This creates an automation race. Companies that refuse to adopt AI risk falling behind. Companies that adopt it aggressively can dramatically increase profits. And in the middle of this race sits the workforce. Millions of employees who may soon discover that their skills are no longer as valuable as they once were. But the biggest surprise about AI disruption is not where it's happening, it's who it's happening to. Section 2. The white-collar shock. When people think about automation, they usually imagine factory robots replacing assembly line workers. But the first wave of AI disruption is hitting somewhere very different: office jobs. For decades, white-collar professions were considered safe from automation. Accountants, analysts, paralegals, writers, customer service representatives, and marketers. These jobs relied on communication, reasoning, and decision-making, abilities that machines supposedly couldn't replicate. But artificial intelligence is beginning to change that assumption. A single AI system can now review thousands of documents, summarize reports, analyze market trends, and respond to customer inquiries almost instantly. Businesses are starting to notice something unsettling. Entire departments can potentially be reduced. Instead of hiring 10 analysts, a company may only need 2 employees who supervise AI tools. Instead of large customer service teams, businesses may rely on automated systems that handle thousands of conversations at the same time. For corporations, the financial incentive is enormous. Fewer salaries, fewer benefits, lower operating costs. And once these savings become visible, other companies feel pressure to follow the same path. This is why some economists believe millions of office jobs could disappear faster than people expect, not gradually, rapidly. But the real danger is not just the disappearance of jobs. It's what happens when large numbers of people lose stability at the same time. Because when economic pressure builds across an entire society, the effects rarely remain limited to employment statistics. Section 3. When jobs disappear, society feels it. Jobs are more than paychecks. They give people structure, routine, and a sense of purpose. When individuals know they are needed somewhere, communities feel stable. But when that structure disappears, frustration often grows. History has shown that economic disruption frequently leads to social tension. When workers feel replaced or abandoned, anger begins to build. Artificial intelligence may create a unique kind of economic displacement, not just factory workers losing jobs, but office workers, analysts, designers, and many other professionals experiencing the same shock. Imagine millions of people realizing their career path is suddenly uncertain. Degrees that once promised security may no longer guarantee stable employment. Entire industries could shrink as automation spreads. When large numbers of people feel financially threatened, behavior can begin to change. Crime often rises during periods of economic stress. Communities struggling with job loss frequently see increases in theft, fraud, and underground markets. Desperation can push people into decisions they would never consider under normal circumstances. And as these pressures build, society often begins searching for someone to blame. Corporations, technology companies, politicians. But while many workers face uncertainty, another group may be positioned to benefit enormously from this transformation. Section 4. The rise of the AI oligarchs. Every technological revolution creates winners, but artificial intelligence could create wealth on a scale rarely seen before. The companies building powerful AI systems control something extremely valuable: automation. If a technology allows businesses to replace thousands of workers, the financial impact becomes massive. This is why the world's largest technology companies are investing billions of dollars into artificial intelligence research. Whoever dominates AI infrastructure could control enormous portions of the global economy. Cloud computing platforms, data centers, AI software, automation tools used by businesses around the world. These systems may become the backbone of future industries, and the individuals who control them could accumulate staggering wealth. Some critics warn that artificial intelligence may concentrate economic power into the hands of a small group of tech elites. Section 5. Governments trying to catch up. Political systems move slowly. Technology moves fast. And artificial intelligence is evolving far faster than most government institutions can respond. Laws take years to write. Regulations require endless debate. Committees must first understand the technology before they can attempt to regulate it. Meanwhile, AI development continues accelerating. By the time lawmakers pass new policies, businesses may already be relying on AI across entire industries. This creates a situation where governments are constantly reacting instead of leading. Some policymakers have already begun discussing possible solutions: job retraining programs, economic safety nets, taxes on AI-driven automation. But implementing these ideas would require enormous funding, political agreement, and careful planning. And those things rarely happen quickly. If job displacement begins accelerating before solutions are in place, governments could find themselves trying to calm an economic storm that is already spreading. And the challenge becomes even more complicated when you consider one more factor. Artificial intelligence is not just a national issue. It is a global competition. Section 6. the global AI race. Artificial intelligence is quickly becoming one of the most important technologies in the world. Countries understand that whoever leads in AI may dominate future industries, military systems, cyber defense, economic forecasting, advanced manufacturing. Because of this, governments around the world are investing heavily in AI development. The United States, China, and several other countries are competing to build the most advanced systems. This creates a technological arms race. No nation wants to slow development if rivals continue pushing forward. Entire industries could transform almost overnight. Workers may struggle to keep up, and leaders could find themselves trying to manage rapid economic changes while also competing on the world stage. Which leads to one final question. What happens if the transformation arrives faster than anyone expected? Conclusion. A storm that may already be forming. Artificial intelligence may become one of the most powerful technologies ever created. It could unlock incredible productivity, innovation, and economic growth. But revolutions of this scale rarely arrive without disruption. Jobs will change. Industries will transform. Entire career paths may disappear, while new ones emerge. The real question is not whether artificial intelligence will reshape the workforce. That transformation has already begun. The real question is whether governments, businesses, and ordinary citizens can adapt quickly enough to manage the shock. Because if preparation arrives too late, the benefits of AI could be overshadowed by rising unemployment, growing inequality, and social tension. And history shows that when powerful technology collides with an unprepared society, the outcome can be unpredictable. The next decade may reveal whether artificial intelligence becomes humanity's greatest tool or the beginning of one of the most disruptive economic transitions in modern history. If you found this documentary thought-provoking, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss future deep dives into the forces quietly reshaping our world.